Hi guys, I'm Lisa for wtfLisa Tarot. I get messages through songs, so one earbud in and one earbud out. See? Kind of, because it blends into my sweater, but anyway, sweatshirt, hoodie, whatever you want to call it. Let's get back to the point. I get messages through songs, check. Like, share, subscribe, drop a tip, cash app, wtfLisa Tarot. Shop my store, wtfLisa. eBay, it is random, because that's how eBay is. Reading soap and bath bombs are available at wtfLisa Etsy. Links are on the description. I link it up in that description. There's like a shit ton of links. Anyway, I don't know why I'm saying that. I have Bloodletting, the vampire song, by Concrete Blonde. And the vibe is vampires, but stronger than the vampires are slayers. The mirror and the blood stain on the bed. Uh-oh. There's a crack in the mirror and a blood stain on the bed. That sounds not great. Oh, you were a vampire, baby, I'm the walking dead. I get more of an energy. Oh, you were a vampire, baby, I'm the walking dead. I'm your Huckleberry. Got the ways and means to New Orleans. This doesn't feel like this reading is about vampires, it's about slayers. I am pulling one from the Halloween Oracle, but I like to use this for Dark Energy Oracle, because I like this deck a lot. And monsters don't just come out around Halloween, baby. Tonight is a new moon. I feel some vampires, so to speak. Now, not vampires like the movies. It could be energy vampires. It could be ethereal vampires, astral vampires. They could be a bunch of dorks who are still into Twilight and they dress up. But either way, this is an energy. And the Slayers, so to speak, they don't have to be like, Buffy and Slayers or Van Helsing. It could be the energy of cops going after a crime group that also identifies as a vampire, so to speak. But it's more fun to read it my way. Could also be if it's in the spiritual warfare sense. Energy vampires getting slayed by a divine being. I got the ways and means to New Orleans. The energy is gotcha, bitch. Gotcha, bitch. I'm gonna have a drink and walk around. I got a lot to think about. That's what they say in this song. And it's more like after the job is done, it's a celebratory drink. A reason to celebrate. Oh yeah, they say in my ear. Oh yeah, ha ha ha. I do have werewolf exploring wildness, so it doesn't necessarily mean someone is a werewolf, though hey, that could be up in here too. Shapeshifter vibes more is what I think. But the energy too is the slayer, the one taking out these vampires, so to speak, is an unexpected one. Maybe it's their first go. Or now, before they couldn't control it, they have a little more control over the, Sorry, I just got a really funny, text. It is this energy, though, too. But someone, I kind of get, it's a new moon, not a full moon. It's the wrong moon for this one. But I feel like someone's just controlling their abilities more. And they're able to slay vampires, so to speak, a little faster than before. Maybe this is the first time they have really just... I just get the energy of flawless execution. This ain't no thing at all. But a second and someone's done. Like, that's... It's a change of vibes. Maybe in the past it was a little tougher, but this was a piece of cake. Now that someone has more experience. Midnight, the most magical hour of all. When I'm reading this, I'm on the West Coast, Las Vegas. It's 5:46 p.m. So East Coast, it's on 8:46 p.m. The clock is counting down. Maybe some vampires, so to speak, have until midnight to do something. They will not accomplish it. I'm going to pull one more dark, technically Halloween Oracle, but to me, it's the Dark Energy deck. That's what I call it in my head. You may be a vampire, but I may never see the light. I don't get the energy of this Slayer vibe being in danger whatsoever. It's going to be a long night, but an easy one. Remembrance, the lamp. There are certain angels that work in the dark. Why? Because they're trying to keep the bigger, badder dark at bay. They go places that you cannot. I can't even decide what deck to grab. There's a lot going on here. Get the energy of, like, the vampire, so to speak, whatever this could be. Actual, like I said, energy, ethereal. I almost said ethical vampires. So it could be just a group that meets up and they find ways to like picket and protest things that don't need to be protested. It's a waste of time, energy. These people do dumb shit and they're about to get caught. So like I said, Slayers could be. Sorry, my friend's text popped up again. Slayers could be just cops going after a group of idiots, and part of their deal is dressing like goths or something, you know. Doesn't have, and in some cases though, I am feeling energy vampires getting slayed. Some could be trying to energy harvest, and they're about to burn out. That was the intention and the plan. Ass clown. It's not going to go very well for them. Guidance. For one, they were given the wrong instructions for a reason. And wise, they were told, oh, get this, we'll do this target. This person's ripe for energy harvesting. And that person was ready for him. It was a trap. Energy is, it was a trap. Same vibe if it's with the legal thing where it's like the slayers are cops. I started to do cops, but I meant to say slayers are cops. Private dancer, Tina Turner. They're going after a group. Maybe this group isn't quite vampires, but all their dealings are late at night. Although I do get kind of like a gothy vibe. And a lot of people practice darker things than you know. We'll leave it there. There are creatures among us that masquerade as people, so does that sound crazy? Yeah, but it's tarot. If it wasn't weird, why read it? There's just some things you can't explain yet. Or you can, just science, weird energy. Either way, this will be a case for the books. Whether it is actual physical legal or it's spiritual law shit. I kind of get an energy of like a promotion around this. The execution was so flawlessly done. Someone could be getting promoted. Drinks and celebration after these vampires are slayed. Reconciliation, witchcraft. Some people could have gotten together to do some weird shit. And then the cops are like, cool, soulmates. Now that you guys are all gathered here, let's go to jail. This makes it very easy. Maybe they thought they were only going to get a couple people for the police side of this. Same with the spiritual side. It reads the same. Honestly, same energy. It's just depending on the sides. But as above, so below. So things happen in other dimensions. Sometimes they happen here too. There's an energy of time, though. Time being of the essence. And some people, I think, these cops, these slayers, whatever it is, they were waiting. They were expecting to catch maybe a couple people, but they ended up getting most of them. It was very easy. You want me to do? I'm your private dancer. Dancer for money. Any old music will do. Tina Turner, private dancer in my ear. I'm gonna make $1 million. Lonely, overblown ego. Codependency. These are vampires, so to speak, and snitch. Manifestation. Someone did snitch to the cops, hence the cops being there. If it's in the physical law form, spiritual law, there's always everyone's watched at all times. Hello. Eventually, they'll let you get away with stuff because you don't know the whole plan. How you do something affects like everyone around you, and then affects what they do, and affects what they do, and a butterfly effect vibe. So things have to be handled a certain way. And it's not always pretty. Dancing for money. I'll do what you want me to do. I know you're watching me. Ha! Either way, whether it's spiritual or you're watched at all times, no matter what, he sees you when you're sleeping, but he's not Santa. Same vibe too as cops. Some of the stakeout vibes, stakeout for vampires. Ha! So by Christmas, maybe this is gonna happen and go down. My readings tend to come true within 2 hours, 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years. So sometimes I'm a little too fucking early. And then when the shit goes down, especially if it's like I'm 2 years early, and then by the time it happens, I don't get any fucking credit or respect. Not like I do now, but most people get on my nerves. I think that might be part of a spiritual awakening, though. And I'm also in the vibe of the Slayer energy. I think they're tired at the end of this, but it's a victory. For some of them, they may not even feel like it's a victory because it was so easy and flawless. It's almost like, that was too easy. I didn't feel like it was a challenge. You did not break me. That was too easy. And thank you for leaving me. Someone's really glad this is done. Case is over. Case busted. They can get on with their life. Slayer, cop, whatever you are, same thing. I kind of feel this in both energies. Spiritual law and physical law coming down. It is what it is. I don't want to say what that notification was. It's not like I'm going to tell you, but I feel like it does apply to this reading. But again, we're talking about stakeout vibes or stakes. Palo Santo steaks. The best kind of steak you can have. Palo Santo. Supposedly that was what Jesus' cross was. the world, and Ace of Cups. So this will be happening in a variety of ways to a variety of people. Things always happen in threes, 33s, 303s, happen in groups. Hive mind, on both planes though with that world card, spiritual and physical, Ace of Cups, Nine of Wands. It's just in some cases it may not be national news. It'll just be local news for some areas, depending. I see multiple ways, multiple cases, big, small. And it won't come across as the way I've read it. They'll be like, oh, a weird tragedy happened, not like if it's spiritual. Oh, some spiritual assassins came and some slayers came and killed vampires. That's not kind of how it's going to be on the news. It'll come across as more realistic. Probably won't even seem like what it really was. And I think of it, oh my god, what popped in my head was in True Blood. If you watched it, season 1, if I remember correctly, it's been a long time. So if I fuck up a detail, don't get mad at me. It's been a very, very long time. Sookie and Bill, when they first met, there was a couple, I think they were called the Rotaries or something. They had a really weird name. And they almost killed Sookie. And then they had Bill chained up with Silver and Sookie saved him. And then later on, they had a tornado in Louisiana, I guess, in an area where they didn't have them really. And it only hit their one trailer. But it was Bill. And that doesn't spoil anything. It was literally within a couple episodes. And not a big deal. So they're like, oh, a tornado hit him. Yeah, it wasn't. But it was made to look so. You can't say, oh, energy vampires were slayed. Here's all the magical stuff going on. Like, that, you gonna find that in the newspaper? Nah. Private dancer for money. Same vibe, too. Interesting vibe. I don't know if I can say that. Can I say that? No, 5 of Cups, Knight of Wands. Let's just say there's some people out there, they are ordained to exorcise demons.